Hello,
And welcome to
another exciting
episode of
The
English.
Couple. There we are. We thought we'd take it in turns today to do it, seeing as I cocked it up yesterday.
I was going to say,
last week.
Did I get it the right way round this time? I'm not sure.
Anyway,
Which way to... Whatever.
cheers everybody.
Cheers.
Welcome to another exciting episode, although probably not as exciting because we're not doing a lot of doing. It's all a bit about talking this time. It's been hot.
You may have noticed.
In Britain, certainly in the southeast, it has been El Scorcho.
El Scorcho.
I thought we were in Spain or Greece or some Mediterranean place. The farm seems to have been transported, although it seems people are moaning because it's so hot, and they're paying good money to go on holiday to equally hot places. It must be a bit of a pisser if you've
Spent money for this and it's here at home.
it's already here.
With the conveniences on your doorstep.
We don't have a swimming pool. We have a pond.
Don't we?
No. But it's evaporating, so we can't even go in that.
We do, however, have a wheelbarrow or two.
Yes. And the antics we've had with filling the wheelbarrow with cold water and splish-splashy keeping our cool has been something we didn't film
Yes.
for reasons of decency.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
So, welcome along. Excuse us drinking tea. And you may also get the impression, of course, that this is the end of the day. The only sort of either first thing in the morning or the last thing of the day is the only sensible time you can actually do anything without the El Scorchioing you.
And putting you in danger.
So we haven't done a lot this week, as which annoying as it is certainly to me. But we, mornings straight out there doing all the watering, evenings straight out there catching up doing all the watering. Things need watering,
Yes, I agree.
twice a day. So that's been full on. And of course we've been commuting backwards and forwards to our home in between all of this. It's been quite difficult. And now my van's playing up. It's like driving a milk float. It's in limp mode at the moment. But anyway.
It's one thing after another, isn't it?
So, however, things are progressing, and we do have a few things to talk about. So let's. In the last episode, we were showing you our peas. Peas, please. I'll have a pea, please, Bob.
Yes. So
What's happened to the peas now?
we've had one meal out of them. It was a goodly portion of peas each. But
They
it
were
was-
a lot. You were counting the peas in the pods, and you were excited, weren't you?
Yeah, some of them had like 8, 9 peas in them. Decent size as well.
Almost half a crown.
And actually, one that was like very tight and crescent-shaped pod, that is, had 9 in it of relative size as well. And you could actually see some of them. It's like it peeking out from the middle where it split before we plucked it. But
It looked like a bit like a strange caterpillar with rounded feet.
yeah, it did look like an obscene caterpillar, but those peas tasted great.
Yes.
But that's all we got from it, because what's left on there we're going to use as we're just drying them out.
Because they went yellow, didn't they? They went yellow
Yeah.
very quickly. I mean, this El Scorcho has withered a lot.
And we not very knowledgeable, so they might not have been in the right position. I haven't been happy with how I did their climbing apparatus, so I'll be doing that much differently next time around. But lots of lessons have been learnt. We did have a meal's worth of, with peas. It wasn't just peas.
Wasn't
the
just
meal.
peas.
Boring.
And the question, I suppose, is here we are in early July, nearly the middle of July, and we've still got the rest of July and August and perhaps a bit of September. Who knows? We'll probably have torrential rain for the next month. Are we able to grow more peas? Can we start again, or is that it? The broad beans have come to an end, and I just wondered, should we be staggering those broad beans? What have you done?
Instead of whacking my teeth, whacked my lip with my teeth behind them.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You want
No,
to do this?
a bit painful.
Ow.
Another tooth gone.
Yeah, so should we have staggered the planting of things so that as we get one plant up, and it's harvesting, a couple of weeks later another plant comes up ready for harvest?
That is the goal.
Is that what we should be doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it did strike me that we would end up with a sort of glut where everything comes at once and we couldn't possibly eat everything. Then it would all start to wither and die, and then we would have nothing.
Indeed.
We do have potatoes, though. Don't we?
We do.
Copious amounts. I say copious amounts. To be honest with you, one of the lessons that we've learnt with the potatoes is we planted them too close together and we didn't build them up sufficiently, so there's not actually as many potatoes per plant as I think is possible. But the ones that we have got are el delicio. So
Yes, indeed.
yeah.
As for the broad beans, we've now had as many meals out of them as we're going to have now. Well, the original ones were planted before winter.
Is that when you planted them?
Yeah.
Took a hell of a long time,
Well,
didn't it?
that's because we overwintered them.
And then they came up.
They were already half tall, half height.
Right, I'm just trying.
That
So it's
winter.
taken them 6 months. Broad beans. Is that the normal time?
I have no idea.
I don't normally talk to Julia. You know, we never exchange emails or text messages, so I never know. It's only on this show that we actually get together.
Communicate.
We live in 2 separate parts of the world.
Anywho,
So hang on a minute. If we'd planted the broad beans, say in April, would that have been better to do it? We don't know. Because I thought you plant in the spring and they pop up
The
in
whole
the summer.
point was that they would produce as soon as possible, but maybe it was the wrong ones.
Wrong type of bean.
Who knows? But on the other hand, on the other hand, the horse beans
Ah, yes.
planted in the remaining parts of that bed, we banked them up the other day and weeded and put in some. You very diligently made some lovely bean poles.
And we can actually show you some filming that we did avoiding the sun, not. So here's us with the beans. Our horse beans are getting quite tall now, and they're beginning to sprout. Is that the right word? The little bean pods. So very exciting times, a bit like the broad beans. But because they're tall, they're getting a bit floppy. So I've been gathering up some willow here to make into bean poles, and that's one of the advantages we've got on the land, is we've got all these trees, and with these lovely new bill hooks that were given to us, thank you very much, I'm going to just prepare them by getting rid of, I'm going to be very careful because they are sharp, the unnecessary bits, if you see what I mean, and then they can be plonked in the ground. Some of these are dead and some of them, as you can see, are fresh from the tree, and that might mean when we put them into the ground, probably not this time of year though, that they might actually take, which isn't what we want on this occasion. But I think Julia said she wants them about 5 foot. So I shall cut them down in a minute. The first thing to do though is just to basically prepare them and get all the other bits off, which is a nice easy little job. And then, once I've got them all done, they can be cut to size, however tall Julia's going to plonk them in, so however tall she wants them. She said about 5 foot. And we'll get them in the ground and attach the horse beans to them. And then the rest of the offcuts, well, they're quite useful because they're quite thick and bunched up. So we'll take them down to the perimeter and put them in what we call a dead hedge. And that's part of our hedge that, just to bolster it up, it gets rid of the waste and it goes up against the boundary there and acts as a barrier. It stops, the more you pack in, it stops the deer and any stray other animals or unwanted visitors, I suppose, onto the land. So that's all good. Nothing gets wasted, and that's what I like. So there you go, a little bit of extra footage there we did. The rest is just us actually waxing lyrical. Sorry about that.
So we put up the bean poles and the string.
The cat's cradle, as I call it.
Yeah.
And they are producing little pods.
Yeah, they're already starting.
So that's really good. So very excited about that. So we will have some sort of beans. We kept being told to do runner beans.
Yes.
But we never got round to them.
No, I haven't got around to that. But yeah, those horse bean plants, they look pretty much the same as the other ones. So I'm interested to see how the beans will come out.
Yeah, because you said they were going to be smaller.
Yeah, the actual beans themselves did not look like the same thing, but the plants look, might have been almost identical. But
and I did ask Julia some time ago why they called horse beans as opposed to broad beans, and she gave me a not wholesome answer for that.
Well, until someone had said to me, "Oh, do you want some horse beans? I've got some horse beans." I was like, "I've only ever heard of horse beans from equine owners, horse owners of male horses who have to clean the shaft every now and then, and they find a certain bean-shaped piece of debris, and they call that horse beans."
So we don't know if that's where they get their name from.
No, that's not.
Or whether actually
no
the horses normally plant them. Anyway, so that's our beans and things. The peas is withered away, so no more of those.
No, we're just waiting for the pods to dry out so we can use those for the next time we go for that. But then we'll just chop those down.
We have carrots, which you planted relatively recently, and they're going great guns. How will we know when they're ready?
How will we know when carrots are ready? No.
How will we know?
How will we know? Well, I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know.
I think we will know.
Well, I mean, they've got you see, the thing is, I'm as ignorant as
me.
As you. And so we make a class act. So the thing is, they're in a deep pot type thing.
Vessel.
So that the carrots can extend and go downwards and downwards. And
long, wide roots, hopefully.
Yes. So is the carrot a bit like a potato, in as much as the potato is the tuber you eat, the plant grows above, the carrot grows down, I know that bit. And is that the root? The carrot bit is the root that you eat, okay. So again, we won't know until we dig one up, because they've got the green leaves coming out and they look like, well, when you see them in the old farm shops and they've come out, the
big,
green,
greens
they seem the same size.
Well, I was going to say that because I'll be interested to find out, because some of them are bigger and bushier on top than others. I'm interested to find out whether it has any
That's not a euphemism, by the way.
Any correlation between the greenery, the size of the greenery, and the size of the carrot underneath. I would imagine so, but...
So that's the carrots. In the big poly, we have abundance of leaves.
Yes.
And the trouble is, we're not eating them sufficiently. Like the cabbage is just going ballistic, and we can't gobble that up quick enough.
Well, some of those we're no longer eating because they're cauliflowers and the leaves are a bit more bitter.
Ah, well, I don't know which is which. I don't know what I'm eating. So, yes, what we don't have is cabbages that look like cabbages. You know, like the Savoy cabbage? And you see them planted in long rows. I thought that's what we were going to do. And then I was told, I don't know who told me that, but the cabbages that we've got grow upright, and they seem more like Brussels sprouts, not the size of the cabbage, but the plants that sort of grow up with leaves that, you know, like a Christmas tree.
I think it's because I'm not doing something quite right. I'm now trying to remove the lower leaves to encourage the bud at the top to be more.
Because you don't. I thought they grew in a big ball.
Yeah, but I think it's just that type of cabbage that we've got.
Right.
I think it's just a looser cabbage. But yeah, there are lots of different types of cabbage that you'll see in supermarkets. But I think the one we've got is a really good one. I mean, it's nice dark green.
They're tasty. I mean, that's the thing.
The darker green is that it has the more minerals and stuff in it. So.
I've got to adjust the camera because not only can I see the reflection of the camera on my tummy.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone into the dark zone.
Yep.
So I'm just keep them entertained. Do a hillbilly dance routine or something.
Yeah. Anyway.
Camera adjusted, but mental aberration. Failed to turn on the camera the second time, and we spoke for goodness knows how long before the camera said, "Are you actually going to record something?" So this might sound a bit disjointed. So we were talking about cabbages, but I think we've cabbaged ourselves out now.
Yeah. Well, essentially, I think we established that we've got a loose cabbage.
Yes.
Not a tight cabbage.
Because that's what I think. You know, I'm imagined as. Like with the potatoes, a long stretch of Savoy-like cabbages or round cabbages, of which you get, what's that one that's white? A white cabbage that's like a football.
Are we thinking iceberg lettuce?
No.
Oh yeah, no, white cabbage.
Is it just called white cabbage?
I think.
Anyway, so the thing that I mentioned before that didn't get recorded was we were incredibly lucky that we were gifted and given a whole load of seeds right at the beginning. Somebody just gave us a big box and you went through them. I remember filming it. But it just said things like cabbage and cauliflower and radishes. But it didn't tell us the variety so we had no idea really what we were going to grow.
No. But I do think that the darker leaf ones, like the ones we've got, are more full of minerals and things.
Right. Well, they're tasty. I mean, they're very tasty and they're delicious. So I'm certainly not knocking it. It's just the staggering of stuff to get over that glut thing is important. The other thing that we were given in the big poly, which we put in, was two main things that go to mind. One is the 15 million different similar or the same similar. Let me start again. I can't even think of the name. Celery. We were given a pot of 200 celery, which you meticulously, painstakingly separated each one. We've got celery coming out of our ears that are not yet celery size that you buy in the shops, and they're green, not white. And they're fun. Pain to water every damn one. But they're growing. But the other thing that we would give, so thank you for Sandy, Wiltshire man, who gave them to. I'm certainly not knocking it. It was lovely. We've got enough. And if they all grow, we'll be giving celery out to every passerby. But the other thing we were given was from him was tomatoes. And the thing about those is, I don't know whether it's too hot in there, but not many are going red, and they all look the same. Same variety, and
as in small. I think they're all different varieties of the cherry tomatoes, because I know I saw different labels on some of them, but
and again it was so lovely to have them because we didn't have any and we were starting a bit late, so that was nice. But with this hot weather, I don't know whether it's too hot or whether they just come a bit later on. But one of the things I think that we have learned is it would be a good thing to have a variety of varieties.
I think with the tomatoes, that's a very good point. But I think with
Thank you very much.
it's also lovely to see the different, the differences in the tomatoes.
Well, I was thinking,
and
because you get
things.
some of these tiger ones, with the stripes, and you get sort of big, what do they call those? Beef eater ones. And and lots of different ones. And there's a channel that you watch. And
Chloe from Blooms and Greens, or is it Greens and Blooms? I can't remember which, but she's amazing. She's got
Chloe from Blooms and Greens, or the other way round.
yeah.
Check it out.
She's got gorgeous tomato vines with so many wonderful varieties. Absolutely stunning. I nearly mentioned her last week, but didn't. Don't know why.
And so it seems to me that the advantage of having lots of different varieties is that you're working out what works in whatever hemisphere you're in, what the soil's like, what works with the fertiliser you're using to feed them, and various things, because one might excel more than another. And it would be interesting to see how Sandy's getting on with his cherry tomatoes, and see if they're, whether suddenly they'll get a spurge on, or whether they are just very slow development. I mean, they're handy at the moment because they're not all coming at the same time, so you can have them in a salad, then tomorrow there'll be another one that's red. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, they should, I think, be ripening at the same sort of time on each vine, if you see what I mean. Because how else would you have in the shops? Well, unless they force it. But even in the farm shops, you'll see a whole line of completely red tomatoes.
Yes.
But I think that's partly because, well, like you say, the heat wave. And the fact that it is cramped in there, there's a lot of stuff growing in there, and we don't yet know, because we're still new and learning, we don't yet know the complexity of the relationships between some of these plants, whether some are inhibiting others.
We've been told many times that the tobacco plants that we have, other plants don't like being near tobacco plants.
So we tried to segregate them off a bit, but we need a whole polytunnel for
She wants
them
another
alone.
flipping polytunnel. Can you believe it?
But it is cramped in there.
And then, of course, we buy something, which was a tiny, pathetic little plant.
Oh, yeah.
For £1 each, a cucumber.
We bought 3 of them, all weedy looking things.
One died.
One died.
But the other 2, we thought, oh, well, they'll go over there. And they're like taking over, they're like triffids. They are taking over. And then, of course, you showed me some videos in which people have trained them
over trellises.
in arches and things.
That's it.
Sensible. So that the
leaves are on top and then the fruit hanging underneath.
Yeah.
The veg, whatever you want to call them.
So we, again, next year we'll certainly learn or at least try to do some of this stuff.
Yeah. Imitate, copy,
Yeah.
replicate is the word I was looking for, some of these wonderful ideas.
Yes. I thought it was aliens that replicate human. Anyway, whatever.
No, that was humans replicating their food and the things that they need.
We've got other little plants which I don't always know what are. We've got some salad leaves coming up, and they're nice because you can just nip in there and have a munch. And then we've got marigolds.
Yep.
Which are always good for washing up. No, we've got marigolds.
Oh, they're the companion plants to draw in the insects, the flying insects.
Yes.
Pollinators, that's the word I was looking for.
But is anything needing pollinating?
Well, those cucumbers are. But I am going to do that myself. I've seen a video to do that.
Oh, right, because there's some already growing.
Yeah, those are the female flowers with the little baby cucumber at the end.
Yeah.
And then there's other flowers with just a little tiny stem.
Right.
Those are the male ones. So to help them, you take the male one and you rub it on the female flower.
And then it grows into...
And then it grows into...
Otherwise it won't grow?
Otherwise it won't grow.
Fascinating,
isn't it?
See, I didn't know about that one.
Study what you can learn off YouTube when you're not watching a what would you call us? We're definitely not tutorial.
No, we're a couple of nutters.
We're not teaching you anything.
No, it's just watching
how not to do things.
Our experience of doing something different.
Our progression from where we started to where we're trying to get.
But we have done a lot, and we've got another month before we've been here a year. So you've been busy in the so that's a lot of that is to do with the growing of stuff, which you've been main focus.
Well, your time is taken up with all the maintenance, really, isn't it?
Yes, I spend a lot of time lying down and having a snooze, maintaining a position of importance. Yes.
Yeah.
So I had to buy a strimmer, and I've been strimming because brambles, thistles, stinging nettles. I know everybody loves the stinging nettles, not when you get stung about 15 million times.
Even if you covered all your skin up, it still finds its way in.
And the grass are just at the moment growing ballistically. And while I do have a scythe, and I have been out scything, the brambles is very difficult to scythe. So I've got a strimmer with a big metal blade on it, and I've been tackling those. We've also been, you saw us last time, pulling out tree trunks. I've been with the old chainsaw chopping them up.
And lawn mowing.
And I've been lawn mowing.
Areas.
And we've got here, because last year was such a mast year, so many acorns came down, and now we are surrounded. I mean, right at our feet, you can't see it, at our feet,
1, 2,
everywhere
3,
you look.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I think we mentioned it last time, didn't we? We
Lots.
talked about the baby oaks poking up all over the place. But some are more sapling size, and I've been saving those from the ever clawing bloody brambles that seem to want to throttle everything. So, you know, a lot of my job has been that. I haven't done any more construction work since the big polytunnel. It's been too hot.
Yes,
It's
definitely
been too hot. But
plus, it's the wrong season to take any more trees down. We've got some bits and bobs that we can work with that are already down from,
Yes.
from
the tree
fall.
behind us, which is Arthur tree,
yeah.
as in half a tree, because of history,
Yeah.
was covered in brambles, huge amount. And one of the early jobs we did, we managed to get half of it. Over the last month or so, I've been slowly picking away at those brambles, and finally, on one of those very hot days when I was feeling energetic, I have now managed to clear the tree. And, you know, I could almost feel the tree having a sigh of relief, because the brambles, are, you know, the dead bits are hanging down like dead snakes hanging from them, the brambles, because they just seem to cling and grow up, and it's awful.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Honestly, I still remember when we were first originally clearing, trying to just make pathways for
Yeah.
human people, for people to walk, for us to walk through. And every time, snipping away at these brambles, and I kept thinking, we're going to come across Sleeping Beauty's castle any minute now.
Didn't find it. We did
No,
find
it's a
wasps'
shame.
nests, but
Yeah.
not Sleeping Beauty's
No.
castle.
Yeah, well,
Another thing I've managed to do is finally, in the workshop, wonky workshop, is put on a bit at the front to stop water coming in at the frontage, and something that we've been desperate for some time is to get a workbench up, which means Julia can now take the pea pods and the bean pods and any others that need to be turned over. She's got space to lay them down in a dry place, and
out of the way.
out of the
everything
way.
Else.
And then I can come in and clear everything off and just put work tools on there and look important
Yeah.
and smoke my pipe. Yeah, it seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why not?
So that sort of work's been going on. But the last couple of days, I mean, it has been just so hot. And, you know, you're thinking, I'm exhausted by the time it gets to about 6 or 7 when it's time to start the watering. And as soon as we finish this, that's one
exactly
of
what
the
we'll be up
exactly
to.
what we'll be doing. And we're
So
now told that there's a hose pipe ban, so we're back to watering cans, which doubly makes everything even longer.
We are getting quite dab-hand at how to empty
Well,
those cans without them going glug, glug, glug.
I can tell you what, if you're using a naff old cheap plastic watering can, throw it in the bin. Those old
Big old-
galvanised steel ones from the sort of Victorian period are brilliant, because
Not the modern ones you get now in
no,
garden
not
centres. No.
those
They're
crappy
piffle.
ones. You want the enclosed one with the hood on it, because that means when you tip it like this, the water doesn't go over the top, and you can get it up onto your shoulder, as I do when I'm doing the potatoes. And I realised that's how the gardeners in the Victorian times, you know, they would have got their water in their watering cans and sloped off to wherever it is they're watering. And as they're slowly progressing like that, the water comes out the rows in a beautiful even fashion. I'll film some of it for next time if I remember when I'm doing the potatoes, and it you know, it makes you strong and fit. You wouldn't think so looking at me. Everybody thinks I'm a beanpole, but it does toughen you up, and it's much easier than holding it down here and trying to, you know, pull it in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we've been doing this week, and next week more of the same. But hopefully we'll get something out to you with a bit more footage in it.
Yes.
But I'm told that this hot weather is going on for another week or two.
Hey.
Will anything survive? Tune in to see. So thank you for watching. I thought I'd let you say something for a change.
I was trying to think of something funny about tuning in to see.
Right.
But anyway, I didn't think of anything. It's too hot and my brain's fried. But thank you very much for watching and joining us with another episode. And yeah, hopefully we'll get one out at a decent time next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care now.